Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Here we go. As we get it in, no eat, no pay. Start the day, and you know how we do it every single time on the live, right? So let's bring it to you loud and clear. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for breaking your morning with me, your breakfast. Appreciate you all for being here. May God bless you all. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's drink that lemon water. Head's getting cut off over here. There we go. Shout out to you all for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We got some coins that are bumping up. You know, GENSLR, I want to start off with a meme coin. All right, only because it's in a beautiful bull pennant here. All right, in a beautiful bull pennant, you can see tightness in the action. It came down to the 618, 6.5 Fibonacci level after retracement. Now it's getting tighter in the zone. 177% gains possibly coming out of GENSLR. So I'm going to show you. I know you want to see the screen. Here you go. See the tightness. It bounced right here to the 0.65 or the 0.618. All right. And we're about to get possibly 177% gains coming out of GENSLR. Now, this is high risk, high reward. You know, very, very small, $7.4 million market cap. But you never know. I put a really small amount on these and see where they go. And that's it. You know what I mean? That is it. Yeah, nothing crazy. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here and just hanging out with the lifer. I greatly appreciate your time and for jumping on in with me. Don't worry, Sam, no chart needed. I know, you don't need a chart. You can visualize, man. Get it in. You know what I mean? Sam is the man. Shout out to Jebbertron. We do more live streams than almost any other YouTuber in the game. I gotta say that. In any genre. Like we do more live streams here on this channel than any YouTuber in the game, baby. Is Gary GENSLR a meme? Yes, it is. It's a meme coin. It is. Is that a security? Is that a security live? I don't know what he said. Love your streams. Where would you buy the meme coins from? Well, it's not that hard to do, but again, don't do what I'm doing. I'm just showing you how I do it. All right. I'd go to right here to CoinMarketCap, and I'd see good GENSLR here. Make sure it's the right coin. Good GENSLR VIP. Check out the community. All right. Check out the Twitter. Make sure you're looking at the same one. Right. So funny. Look at this. And see, it's trending here too. GENSLR. All right. As you can see, 1.35 million tweets now. That's a bit insane for it to get that crazy. All right. So this thing's getting big. And watch out for a lot of this stuff is the airdrops. Be careful for all these airdrops like this. This is Peep Gift. That's a fake. That's not real. Just be careful. Nothing is free. Don't go grabbing free airdrops. They will drain your wallets. Be very, very careful. All right. When you 100x gem, you never know. Are you still early in the gem of AI Peep? And I threw like $50 at this. You got to be very careful though. You got to earn your right to trade memes. All right. Even my man BitBoy was trading GENSLR. You got to say, there he is, man. Doing them, right? So, hey, jump on into the live. Appreciate you all. So I go to GENSLR here, and you type in GNSLR, right? Good GENSLR, wrapped ETH, liquidity, all right? And you grab the contract address here, right? Hold on one second. Yeah, there it is. And you can see it's got a really nice chart here on Uniswap. Beautiful. You'd head over to Uniswap. All right, you type in here, you paste the contract address in. Oh, that's weird. I had it here, good GENSLR. And you could buy it with ETH. Like I have $52 at ETH. I could put like a 1 here, $33 at ETH. Who knows if we even covered the transaction, right? And you would swap for ETH right there. Pay 99. You pay $9 to buy $30 of this coin. All right. Even I get confused though sometimes with the contract address. Just be careful. A lot of times you can grab it up here too. See? It's usually the actual chart is there. And I'll double check one more time as well. Bring down that, I'll check one more time. Paste that in there. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's Uniswap V2. Okay, so that's not what it's doing. And you can search here and type in GN. But you have to be really careful trying to, attempting to get the right coin. I'll be honest, it's not easy. Good GENSLR right there looks nice to me. That's the one I'm looking for. You can also buy it on Arbitrum. All right, so just remember that. A lot cheaper on Arbitrum, just to put that out, you know. There's V3, Uniswap V3, good GENSLR, Uniswap V2, so you can do either one, I guess. Doesn't really matter, all right. It's going to be the same coin, whether on V2 or V1, all right. You could even see what's going on Uniswap here, okay. And so once you get the contract, you paste it in, and you can swap it. I don't know why that's doing 1.8 E plus 9. It's like they're doing something different here with the way they do that. So watch out for the honeypots. Whenever you use ETH chain again, if fees are staying the same, back to 2021, it was 200. Yeah, I know it's gonna do the same thing, and that's why I'm all about the BNCs. You know what I mean? The Binance Smart Chain, because I'm not playing games. All right, I like that. That's a bull pennant with a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there too, though. That's it. And it wicked down to the 618.65 Fibonacci level. I mean, it's very bullish. If I just look at the chart action is bullish to me. All right. Arbitrum. See, I can move it around here. So again, GENSLR. And even I'm like, which one is it? You know what I mean? I guess you can go here, and it's going to have most of the contract addresses, right? Here to defeat the evil Earthborn doppelganger. That's funny. And they have some plans, apparently, right? You could even hit this, and it should take you to the contract address there, you see? And then you can grab the ETH. I thought I had some BUSD here, but if I had some ETH, 0.3, 0.28. Yeah, so that's what it does. It makes it look E plus 9. They're doing differently things the way they look at the charts here. All right. Okay, so, and you would swap this, all right? Pay 9 beans, though, right? Takes all your money to swap. People say be careful of honeypots, but you would have to actually, a honeypot will come, and what it will do, you can add GENSLR to your address too. What a honeypot will do is you'll click to the site, and then it will say, confirm, swap ETH for unknown. See that? And then if I look at my address here, I should have some GENSLR in there now. All right. There it is right there, right? That's how you do it. And if it 100x's, 10x's, you make $330. At 100x's, you make $3,000 off $33. All right. So, Lifer, what up, you sexy boss to be? Shout out to the Golden God. Thank you so much for being here. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you for being here with the Lifer. I really appreciate you all for jumping on in. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. And we're going to keep it moving. All right. You can see some of the things in my wallet. Some lithium, some deeper network, some PDoge, some Wise, some all-in AI, some Ethereum. Not a lot of crazy things there. And more, but I haven't revamped I haven't revamped that in a long time. You can go to DBank to see everything you have. All right. Check out FKGARY, man. I don't even know if that's out there. There it is right there. It's funny, these coins are coming quicker. This has a tiny market cap, up 1,800% already, right? And so there you have it, right? Again, you would do the same thing. Go to Uniswap, hit GENSLR, paste this in, right? And there it is. You understand that you're taking a huge risk to do such a thing, all right? And, yeah. And the max amount ETH I have is 5. See, now I'm out of ETH, right? You see that? You'd have to send ETH quickly to your MetaMask wallet, all right? Which I thought I did earlier. Let me just take a look here on MEXC. Quick way too is you can buy some ETH on MEXC and then send it over to your contract address, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. ZPAY isn't on your watch list. May I kindly ask if you have a look at it? It's a good project. Was in the search trends these days on CoinGecko. Is it Triple Z's? I remember Triple Z's I was looking at. It was called ZZZZZ. Go Sleep, ZZ Finance. This thing was looking, I was watching this thing. I don't know. You called this thing ZPAY? ZOID Pay? Never heard about a $26 market cap, $26 million market cap. Let's take a look here at the Get Ready for ZOID Super app. Earn passive income by staking ZPAY, you know. Get a debit card that lets you spend your crypto instantly. That's pretty cool. I'm with that. Anything that lets you kind of spend on a debit card, I really like. Get as many of those as you can. Rack up the points, do what you got to do. On Visa, get a ZPay card. I like that. I'm into that. Ecosystem mobile app coming soon. Token, get to know us. ZPay, another new coin of the game nobody really knows about. Here we look at new coins all the time. $26 million market cap. High risk, high reward when a coin's this small. Oh, look, it took a dump to the downside. How would you look at it too? Well, it's on Elrond. That's interesting. One of the first coins on the Elrond network. Amazing. Amazing. Right? So is Dex Screener going to hold us down here? We'll take a look. Search it. Paste in the contract address. Nah, I got nothing going on here for ZPay. Hard to kind of see what's going on there on the chart. So I don't know what that's all about. And two, I don't have any ZPay. I don't know what this man's talking about. Listed on KuCoin today. ZPay? Really? ZOIDPay, yes. Wow. He said it just got on. Look at NQ. The NASDAQ futures looking interesting. So ZPay. Wow, they got it on MEXC. MEXC is always a step ahead of the game. And look at that. I mean, they just rug pulled a bunch of people with a flat dumpage to the downside here, right? You can see it was starting to kind of come up and make a little bit of a cool symmetrical triangle there that had gains possible coming. And they just rugged a bunch of people. Not real rug, but you know what I mean? And where was this thing on MEXC just the other day? ZPay, yeah, up 69%, came back down. I'd be careful for this thing, you know, kind of an M further down. Coming back to the 618 Fibonacci level 2 as well. And let's jump on into Bitcoin for you as we do every single day. If you're in my trading group, I went over the 7-minute time frame and said, we got to watch the 7. We may get a pump here on the 7. And I said, we'll end up in the green box. Remember this? Last night I said I wouldn't be surprised if we end up in the green box for Bitcoin. But what I'm still looking at here is this look, a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. You're overbought on the 7-minute time frame after a massive short squeeze this morning that we all saw here. Look, nice pump up short squeeze. 621,000, dang near $1 million in a short squeeze. Then they long squeeze 32,000, came back to 11, going sideways. It's false move Monday. Just be careful. Just be careful on false move Monday. All right. So you got a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, and you're back into this green zone that I talked about. Something just to bring up to you. All right. I'm going to get rid of the moving averages. We're going to take a look at price action together. Nice and easy. So we had this beautiful shape. It came in. It left the shape, came back inside after a double bottom bounce. And I was talking about this being a double bottom. And that double bottom could break us back to this circled area. We got to get through this gap with the VRVP to the upside, all right? So we called the pump here on the channel because this morning I said, hey, watch the 7-minute time frame. I said I don't like the 15, all right? I don't like the 4-hour, all right? And the 1-hour had some incentive for a move to the upside, but it's not amazing. If you really look at the 1-hour, it's tight in a channel, really. And, yeah, I say it broke out. It broke out, broke back in, and you could even say like it broke out and broke back in here again. So then I looked at the 7-minute earlier today, and I drew this little flag, and I said, be careful, let's watch the 7-minute time frame. We go back in time here. And you'd be like, no, you didn't. I'm like, well, yes, I did. If you're in the trading group, you would have been known a possible move because, look, oversold on stochastics, bearish momentum on the MACD, lack of bearish momentum, and you had falling volume with falling price, which always suggests that the sellers are running out of steam. You could get a nice move. Bit of a cup with a handle there, but more of a jagged cup as well. And then what did that do? It did get the pump. If we kind of fast forwarded into where we are, we got a massive move up there for Bitcoin, all right? Yeah, pretty big 7-minute candle. Now we're kind of struggling, going sideways yet again, and that's where I bring in my 21-day moving average. We get tight, all right? I want to see the 50 come back up and make a move here, and the tight moving averages tell me that maybe this could somewhat continue, but just be careful. So we flag out the 7-minute yet again, and the smaller time frames are kind of going to give us the confirmations of where we're going to go. We are in the green box, which last night it was looking like we would end up in there. And then we have the bigger green box if we can eventually somehow get out of this flag to the upside. Remember, this is a falling wedge that fell to the downside, and we're pushing back up for Bitcoin. Everyone wants to know where we're going, what's happening on the bigger time frames. Let's break it down for you on Bitcoin on the US dollar index and show you what I see happening just on the bigger time frames so you can breathe easy and rest assured of what's happening and kind of get an idea of the whole market. We're going to look at the S&P futures. We're going to look at the dollar. We're going to look at the things that matter every single day here. God bless you all. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. Bought my good GENSLR, LOL. It is what it is, man. And honestly, I own the majority of my net worth is all in BTC. You saw me buy a whole Bitcoin at 19,000. You saw me buy you just saw me buying Bitcoin up the wazoo, right? And you know me, I'm a big Bitcoin guy. I hold most of my funds and basically most of my wealth is in Bitcoin. And yeah, and I stick to that. So when I buy a meme coin or something like that, you can see I'm buying $30, $40. It's more just for fun. It's like, hey, what could happen, you know? I used to do this all the time, and I did it with SafeMoon. Turned $2,500 into $285,000. I 100x'd it on my live stream. If anyone can find the 100x live stream where I cry on camera, I would play it. It would play it. But when I 100x SafeMoon, you can say Crypto Lifer, 100x SafeMoon. SafeMoon, it's so funny. Yeah, $1,000 in Safe would have gotten 11 million. It's pretty crazy what SafeMoon did. Bitcoin holds ripping. SafeMoon, ask about any coin. Could have been that one that day that I did it there. I'm not sure. It's going to be hard to find. If anyone finds it, we'll do something cool for you. All right, we'll do something cool for you if you could find the day that I 100x SafeMoon. It's going to be a bit of a look. It's going to take you some time, but if you can do that, just something to think about, right? So anyway, let's get back into brass tacks. So yeah, I speculate because I've made a lot of money speculating. What is speculation? Speculation is just basically saying, all right, that, yeah, see, I was talking about how this was our trend because we bounced on either side of it, and we've kind of lost that trend line. You see, I want to see us get back above the zone, in my humble opinion. Other people aren't including this. They're just kind of throwing this in here. I saw a couple traders talking about that line, and it is substantial, right? But when we kind of bring this one down into it, I guess you could kind of still keep it there. You know what I mean? We did lose a substantial trend line. I've been talking about this over and over again. I keep saying if we lose the line, we're probably likely to come to $25,000. All right. Someone who was blind hit me up today and said, could you talk about the levels more? And may God bless you. Even showed the disability letter. God bless you. I appreciate you emailing me, and we'll do our best to give you the value so you can follow along with us. I greatly appreciate it. Blind people can still trade, right? Because they can have programs that tell them where price action is. And, you know, I guess they could follow along. Anything is humanly possible if you put your mind to it, which I found absolutely beautiful. So what I've been talking about is how the 12-hour time frame looks somewhat bullish here, all right? And if we can get back above the zone, this can be a bear trap. So key levels to look at. Another 100 subs, 42,700 and climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't clicked the subscriber button, please click it and help the Lifer community. Thank you so much for saying that. And no matter where you are, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, we got a beautiful comment section here where we can get you on any single platform you're watching us on, Twitter, you name it. God bless you all for being here. All right. Braille charts would be dope. I'm sure they have something in that, in an incentive like that. I'm sure they have something like that. Okay. So sideways price action for sure for Bitcoin. And honestly, we like to trade on KuCoin. I'm about to set this back up on KuCoin just because that's where we trade mostly. You know what I mean? So the price action is going to be a little more adjusted to where we're at. 26,600. Yeah, it was wrong there, in my humble opinion, on Binance US. So here's the deal. I mean, that's a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. If you just keep it simple. See, a lot of times I keep things simple. All right? And, you know, we could be saying, hey, we're making this broadening wedge here, right? A broadening wedge. We could break back to the upside of this wedge. Okay, it's not insane. I've seen this happen many times. I do want to see us get back above this diagonal trend line, though. This is a substantial area that we're going to be watching for Bitcoin in the next few days. The 4-hour time frame to me is making a bit of a bear flag and showing signs of a dump. So this is what I'm watching closely here. Length of the pole. And remember, it's false move Monday. Just be careful. But yeah, the 4-hour could definitely take us to the downside. Just showing that idea right there. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. We could go sideways. But right now, that's a bit of a bear flag, all right? And so when you look at you always got to look at the bigger time frames, smaller time frames, kind of just incentivize yourself to take in as much data as you can. At the beginning, it's hard. Like, I wasn't able to take in all that data when I first started, okay? So, best TA in the for teaching, Amanda Fish. Let's go. Thank you. Shout out to Blue Punk Rocker. Shout out to Stack McChain. Shout out to Notorious BG. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. May God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. 646 people, 200 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It's also kind of got some Bart Simpson vibes, you know, a little bit. Almost a right shoulder. You could say that's a right shoulder. That's a massive head. That's a right shoulder. So 4 hour doesn't look amazing. Says it could dump. We already made a kind of a low there on the RSI, though, so there's a chance we could get a bit of a bounce. So right now, but I'm just showing you your measured move for the 4 hour would take you down to 24,970. I'm going to be, you know, and I thought I always do talk about the actual price action. But, hey, I'll just continue to do it a little more. 24,890, 24,870 area, you know, 850 we'll call it, right? And look, there's a huge gap of the VRVP here. And you lost a point of control. Usually when you lose a point of control on a big time frame like the 4 hour time frame, you're going to head lower on the local, if you bring in the local area here, all right? You're going to head lower all the way down to about 24,846, all right? The title of the live video brought me in with hope, but the chart shows different. Good clickbait. Bitcoin lost key support. What now? Gave you hope? That's weird. What was the... warning, huge sell-off? That gave you hope? The title of the live video brought me hope. Warning, huge sell-off brought you hope? It's so funny. Anyway, you don't want to trade with hope. Hope is not the way. You want to trade with what's right in front of you and get it in, all right? I'm a professional trader. Lifer is one of 2 top traders I watch. She's the real deal. If you are new and want a real teacher, I would highly recommend joining. Shout out to the Golden Cow. Thank you for saying that. And I appreciate that. We're going to grab that, and we're going to send that to Twitter. All right, here's what the people say. Here's what the people say. I think this guy there's a chance this guy may have been scammed, but we're not sure. But it looks like he may have jumped into the a fake airdrop there. We don't know. That's what Zach BT was saying. I don't know. It looks really, really interesting. Anyway, just be careful. Don't get yourself caught up. Here's what the people say. And I never did bold here. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. I appreciate that tweet, that comment. It's very nice of you. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Okay. So let's continue to move here. Bitcoin. So inside of a bear flag, dropping to 24,850 is a possibility here. Crypto Levers to go. Best TA with an actual genuine person. Thank you so much, Chris Ghost. A lot of people selling moving Matic to Binance. Interesting. Hey, I mean, when the devs flee a project, it doesn't give people a lot of good feels. No good vibes there, right? So just be careful. Remember, it's False Move Monday. After that pump, I'd be very careful. And we're going to look at the smaller time frames, but that is a bear flag. Bear flags break down 68% of the time, and you're oversold in the stochastics RSI. I wouldn't be surprised if we got to get a drop. We could double bottom here, all right? So you're looking for this level. The key is the retest. So if we fall down here, look for the 7-minute or the 5-minute retest, and that would be a beautiful short from about 27,330 all the way down to 24,850. All right. So that's just a measured move. Now we do have that major support region that everybody's talking about, but I'm going to show you something. Everyone's saying, oh, it's 25.2, 25.2. But last night we went to the weekly. And we identified weekly support, which is always very strong. And you can see weekly support is lower. It's right here, all right, at 24,280. And a cool thing you can do if you want to, you can hit Alt-H there, right? You can right-click this. You can hit Settings. You can do Template, and you can do Weekly Support 1, right? And click on that. You can see there it is. It says Weekly. And you can make it, we could make it more substantial. We can make it like a bright yellow and make it a little bigger. And maybe we could move it to the middle, right on there. And see, look, now you got weekly support right there labeled for you. So when you go back to another time frame, you still know where your weekly support region is. So I just want to make that clear. And that kind of already incentivizes us too that we may get a drop. Now the daily's oversold, wants to pump, but that doesn't mean it can't drop here. I've seen a massive moves dump between the dotted lines, okay? And I've seen massive moves pump up on the other side of the dotted line. So both things could happen. I just, like my point of the story is this. You ever see the crash test dummy commercials when we were kids? Maybe you had to be old school. But once you get here, boom, big move. Once you get here, boom, big move. So even though these are the oversold and overbought regions, big moves come out of these areas. They're like the high incentive areas. So like price action can be moving. And like say it's 25, 26, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when you go from like 27 to 30K. You know what I mean? It's like the big moves happen down in here and up in there, up or down in here and up in there. So just something to think about. I want you to keep that on your radar as well for Bitcoin, all right? And for any asset that you're trading, no matter what it is, well, no matter what it is. Remember, you can look at the whole screen of anything. If you just double click it, you want to look at the MACD alone, boom. All right, you want to get off of that. You want to look at the RSI alone, just double click it. It'll become the whole screen. Bit of a double top there too on the RSI on the daily chart, which is, incentivizing us that we may go lower as well. All right, so right now I see a bear flag on the 4-hour time frame, and until we figure out our way, that's what I'm saying, and I believe it's likely we come down, bearishly retest, and we could drop all the way down to weekly, the bigger support at 25.2, and then the weekly support at 24.2. No one's talking about the weekly support. Everyone's just going over the same levels. So I want to be able to kind of give you something different to look at, something different to think about, so you're not getting the same TA like you're getting from all the other channels. All right. Shout out to Anubis. I'm 40, man. Because there's a gap that needs to be filled around 18 to 25, so I want to fall and do a double bottom. Yeah, we talked about the gaps, and I keep showing you the gaps too as well on the CME Futures Index. All right, and we'll look at the futures gaps here. And so we've been talking about the gaps too as well. And last night we went over the fact that this is a cup and handle. We could do a beautiful handle back down to that area that I'm talking about, 24,800. And that could be a beautiful move back to the upside, the Sammy Cup and Handy. We do have a gap down here. We could fill it, rip back up quickly, kind of like we did the 19K. But there is a gap right there. And someone would say, no, we filled that gap. But I said, no, we made a new one. We made a new one right there. You can see we have not filled that gap yet. All right. Also, there's a gap right there that just got filled, just to point that out. Right here. See this? There's the gap. We just filled another gap right there, all right, just yesterday. So, and that's the CME futures, all right. And another thing, though, is we have a gap up here. Everyone always likes to put out the gaps to the downside, but, you got to be open-minded and fair. What about the gaps to the upside, all right? So if I hold control here and we rip there, there's another gap hanging out right there, all right? So just, which gap do we pick? Only time will tell. That's why we're doing technical analysis, all right? So BTC back on KuCoin, all right? And so here's the deal, everyone. And we're getting the dump, to the downside. It doesn't look amazing. And let's go back to my other time frame, my Bitcoin USD chart on Binance. That's my go-to every time. And again, it's False Move Monday. Just because we got that pump, I felt like we were going to get a dump to the downside as well, all right? Just something to incentivize you. It just doesn't look amazing. I even had a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder going on there. And look at that massive dump. And the 1 hour wants to take you down. The 4 hour wants to take you down. I wouldn't be surprised if we broke to the downside. So here's the deal. We did end up in my green box, but it looks like the 1 hour wanted a pump. We didn't get the pump on the 1 hour time frame. All right. We ended up in here, but will we ever get back up into that zone? Only time will tell, right? That's the bigger move, which was once actually, it was a cup and handle. It was a cup with a handle here, but we got resistance. We weren't able to get back above 27,800, 27,866 really was the level we wicked up, but we came back down, and this is messy. This is messy. Again, I was opening up like a broadening wedge. And what I like to do is delete all my old work and just look fresh and see if there's something I can see that I didn't see before. It helps my bias. It helps me see what's going on. And I'm not deleting anything just because I'm just looking at stuff to see if there's something I'm missing. All right. You can see this is almost a retest here. We broke out. We're retesting the zone. And if we now I'm seeing something that I didn't see before, which is a possible symmetrical triangle here. You see that? Now, if I hadn't just, if I just did whatever I wanted and didn't look at the bigger time frames, then I may have missed this idea. All right. We also have another chart for you that just shows you the levels to watch that are nice and big, and it's on the all-time history index, right? So just nice and neat here. We take away the moving averages, and we just show you price action nice and neat. If we could hold the zone, we could go back up to the upside, and that's this diagonal trend line, really. But we technically broke it, but here, there's a chance you could be making a symmetrical triangle or an ascending triangle right here, like so, right? And that would give you a measured move. I was even saying to everybody, we could be in this triangle. We could dolphin dip back down to that area I was talking about, get back inside, go sideways, and then still continue to pump to the target. That target is 42,500. I'm not saying we're going to 42,500. I want to make that clear. I'm just giving you a measured move. That's all. I'm showing you the measured move, the possibilities of where we're going based on technical analysis. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I want to make that really clear. I have not a clue where Bitcoin's going to go. 25,141, 21,462, right? And then down to 19,005. And then, hey, we could go all the way back lower, even still to 15,800. If you can't accept the fact that Bitcoin may go down to 10K, to 15,000, then you're not built for this. If you can't accept that this market could take a wallop. You're not built for this game. You have to be open-minded for every single thing possible if you want to trade for a living, okay? I'm telling you right now, every time you tell yourself you know where price is going, you're going to make a bias and you're going to get hurt. Highly likely, you're going to get jacked, all right? I don't know why these little dots are everywhere. So, again, back to my original idea here. 1 hour does want to kind of give us a ball, but here, if you can't get a 1 hour candle to close back above 27,871, I would expect more downside. I really would. I really, really would. And remember, the measured move is pretty big there because you got a long leg to the downside, and that would take you right down to 25,000. It looks highly likely we're going to that area. So I woke up this morning somewhat bearish, and now I'm seeing just more bearish tones here for Bitcoin. 4 hour time frame definitely wants to pin us to the downside. Highly likely we move. Also, I don't like to trade too heavy on a Monday, all right? False move Monday, as we say, because they'll flip the price all over the place. So far, we're attempting a bit of a double bottom here. But yeah, and yeah, I guess you could say it's a falling wedge, but you could almost say it's a descending triangle too, in a way, you see? I just see this as a little flag, a bear flag, like so. And that bear flag's likely to dump on you. The length of the pole, right? Like here and to here. That would take me right to that weekly support zone, okay? And remember, we can get rid of this is that diagonal trend line I've been talking about for weeks. We kind of broke it, so it is what it is, all right? And honestly, even if this, to me, this was the incentive, this was the flag, it felt more correct to me, and we lost the flag. Didn't even bearishly retest too bad on the smaller time frame, but that right there is the area we bearishly retested the support and resistance zone. Right, you can actually, let me zoom in for you and show you what I mean. So wherever you have any type of previous resistance, you want to mark it if you can. So look, resistance, got back above for the retest bounce, and then the same kind of thing, you kind of bearishly retested this same area and you drop to the downside, right? This is a falling wedge. Falling wedges can break up 68% of the time. And technically, we broke out of the wedge. That's what I was talking about yesterday. It's a very tight wedge, right? You see that? We broke out of the wedge to the upside. We went sideways. I saw that cup and handle, wanted us to get above the zone, but we could not get above a resistance. Support or resistance is key. It's the main thing you want to be looking at when trading. So, again, I have to say it. I'm sorry for all the bulls out here, but I'm more bearish than bullish at the present moment in time. I'm more bearish than bullish at the present moment in time. And now what I see happening too is, you know, I can't look away and not see this. This resembles a bit of a shoulder, a head, and that's like a right shoulder. That would also drop us to the downside even further, right, from the neckline. We take a look at our 15-minute time frame, our go-to. That is also dumping on us, about to lose, you know, any kind of form of support or resistance in there. Here's your last level here. Previous resistance becomes new support. You learn that's basically where you would look for a retest too as well on the smaller time frames. Just be careful trading on a Monday morning. Monday is the worst day to trade. Sunday night into Monday morning, if you're a new trader, worst day to trade. If you don't know what you're doing, horrible. The Bears' hearts aren't in this sell-off. First trade today, up 25%, 1 minute chart. Keep it up, mate. The motivation you have given me and all is insane. Thank you, man. God bless you, Nick Swanson. Shout out to everybody here. And look, I mean, we're coming down to the liquidity zone. When I woke up this morning, I said it's likely we drop to the downside. And look at the long liquidations now. 326, 198,000. That's $500,000 in liquidations. This is BOOKMAP showing us where the actual liquidations occur. All right, where the liquidations are happening. You got to pay attention. Shout out to the 756 people on the live. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you all for jumping on into the live stream with the Crypto Lifer. On our way to 50,000 subs and counting. It's only a matter of time till we continue to get to where we're going. And consistency is king. I will be consistent. I will be here every day. And I'll continue to move. Now remember, the dollar index can dump with Bitcoin. They can dump together. Remember, we made a video about this. Did you watch the video that I made about the dollar index? All right. If you didn't watch the video that I made about the dollar index, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Let me show you. You got to watch this stuff because it's super important. I'm putting out informational, educational videos every single day on the channel that are going to help you understand things that most people just have a hard time figuring out. Okay. Master the DXY for gains on gains. This video is edited well, shot well, scripted well, and ready for your enjoyment. Money will flow to the dollar. The DXY will gain value. But in this instance, not going to play it for you the whole time, but this is going to explain why sometimes Bitcoin can dump with with the dollar index. Because why is that? Because it's pegged to other currencies throughout the world. Let's just say people are shorting Bitcoin and they're moving from their U.S. tether, basically U.S. treasuries to won, or they're basically getting out of the dollar into the won, or you know what I mean, with BRICS and all the other stuff coming up. So yeah, you want to master. Do you think the economy headed into a strong recession, yield bonds, global bonds, housing markets, and BRICS affects the Bitcoin value? Very informative video and well done. Shout out to David Hagen. DXY Weekly 21 EMA crossing the EMA 50 for those who believe these types of things. There you go. It's the real deal. He taught me so much, completely changed my life. For the first time in my life, I've finally been making money off trading crypto instead of losing. Shout out to Birdman, Crypto Man. Well, you've been doing it for 2 years with me now. 2.5 years, Birdman. You're one of the first people to ever follow me, Birdman, when I had like 60 to 70 people. And my man, I won't disclose, but my man was struggling and he was going through a lot, all right? One day I was tutoring somebody and the guy was in a prison cell. Not him, I'm not saying him, but someone else. And, the guy's like, I'm sorry, I'm in prison right now. And honestly, I was like, I had never zoomed from and I was like, can I kind of see? And he's like, and he took the camera around. He was in such a small little room and I could not believe it. And I knew I was on the right track when I was tutoring someone who was in prison because, hey, and I didn't judge. I was like, hey, man, whatever. And he's like, I'm going to get out. I have this good lawyer. They've been framing me. I love your streams. Your TA helps me so much. Hey, man, I love that. I love that I'm helping people. Ooh, sorry about that. Shout out to the 277 likes, 778 people in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And it's all about the 77. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. There's 500 people that are playing games with that like button. Don't worry. Hey, if you want to, who here wants to be a crypto? Who here wants to make at least an extra 10 grand, 100 grand, change their life, right? Who here wants to make some extra money trading cryptocurrency and change their life? I want to be a multimillionaire. All right. You could tutor SBF there soon. Shout out to Jamie Zeno. Hey, I get no respect. I don't know how to trade and I need to take your trading course. Jump on in every single Tuesday. I teach class. Every single Tuesday I teach class. All right? What? Thank you so much, babe. Everybody, I'm going to be on ATB tonight at 5 p.m. What a nice group of guys, huh? Such a nice people. Yo, they're the night. Yo, BitBoy, the whole Bit Squad. You guys are going to make me cry, man. You're so nice to me. I can't make my Thursday show because I'm going to Consensus. So they threw me in today at 5 p.m. So I'm going to be on the channel today at 5 p.m. and around the blockchain. And let me find that awesome, cool. It says Tuesday. Sean, can we make that? Could we switch the banner? I got a banner for ATB. Around the blockchain live, but it says Thursday, but I'll be there. Just know that I'll be on Around the Blockchain live today at 5 p.m. All right. There's the banner there down at the bottom. Can't wait to see you all there. We are just in what I call a bear range. This is normal behavior, but an outside influence can always take us below 20K. Always have cash on the side for a massive dip. Never buy green days ever. Yeah, exactly, because there's always going to be another bad day, in my humble opinion. Wait for the red, baby. Wait for the red. Wait for the fear. Let's look at the crypto fear and greed index at 53. Very, very interesting. And again, people will be like, why are you trading a meme? What are you doing on these memes, lifer? And I'll tell you what, when it comes to me, it's all about the charts. I don't really care about anything else but the charts. So when I looked at GENSLR for wrapped ETH here, and I looked at the chart has a bull pennant on it. I mean, that's a bull pennant. That's looking nice to me, right? So regardless of what the market does, this tells me, just the chart alone tells me, hey, I could pump. And I drew a Fibonacci, and we wicked down to the 0.65 and the 0.618, which is the golden pocket. Look right inside. I mean, it's insane. This stuff is insane. I will teach you this stuff every single day of your life. So look at that. And that's the 0.65 and the 0.618, and we're getting a wick down. Live and Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m., a BitBoy show that shares the latest crypto news and projects and news. Let's support the lifer. And they've now moved to their own channel, just in case you didn't know. Most people have not been sleeping under a rock, but in case you didn't know, you can type in Around the Blockchain. All right. And they have their own channel now, which is really cool. Super awesome. This week in crypto, look, Coinbase leaves US. Gary Gensler take a meeting. We always go over different incentives and different ideas, right? So, and they're back on Monday. Today's Monday, right? Yeah. I don't think I've ever did a Monday. And we do a bunch of live streams every single week. There I am, like there, just 3 days ago. I believe it was Thursday afternoon, right? So I love being on Around the Blockchain. I always have a good time. I got to meet so many people in the space because we sit in like a back room when we get ready together. Shout out to Crypto Keepers. Shout out to Elvin Aldo. Shout out to all the awesome people. And I don't know everybody, but I know a good amount of people, man. Mark Moss on the show, too. I mean, he's a disruptor. Like almost 500,000 followers and more. I would love to get on the stream with Mark Moss. That would be amazing. Maybe he's on today with me. You never know who's going to be there. You never know who's going to be there. So even TJ jumps on in, man. God bless TJ. What a nice guy. Everyone in here, really. And shout out to them for giving me a huge shot in my life. When BitBoy put me on his day show and put me on this on Around the Blockchain, changed my life. And I just want to say from my squad, from the lifers to the Bit Squad, and to Ben, man, because Ben made this happen. He made a show where you could get all the different people all around the blockchain. I mean, what a smart, amazing move. And it helped out so many people. What a great karmatic move, too, as well. All right? I just realized, I'm following them and follow them on Twitter, 3,430 followers. Get to know the people here. Everyone here is amazing. Even Altcoin Daily with the million, Crypto Cowboy, Miss Teen Crypto, Cassius Cuvée, my man, and Nick DiMotti. I know all these beautiful souls. Really, really nice people. And look at GENSLR continuing to trend, and it looks good on the chart. So, hey, when I see something trending that hard, it tells me something is going on, man. Something is going on. So shout out to Around the Blockchain. I'm just really, really grateful for the opportunity you gave me and continue to give me. Thank you so much. I'll do everything I can. Sorry that I had to move my slot on Thursday. I'm just got to go to Consensus. I got to have some fun. I got to get out there. I'm always cooped up in the studio at home all the time, and it's nice to kind of travel and get outside and meet people. Going to do a bunch of things. Getting invited to a bunch of awesome meetings, and I'm just excited. I'm very excited. Just want to make sure that's right. Okay, everybody. Let's get back to brass tacks. Enough about talking about that. I found the lifer through BitBoy's channel. There you go. See? You know they need trader insight. Can't deny the TA. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. And all my lifers show up. I just want us all to be super respectful. I keep messaging him and saying to collab with the lifer. Thank you, Timmy. Maybe eventually it will happen. Eventually it could happen. So here, let's get back into BTC, USDT. So I showed you the CME gaps. I showed you weekly support and resistance. I showed you that we lost an area. Really not much else to talk about for Bitcoin, all right? And again, anything is possible on False Move Monday. You can see how we're making this symmetrical triangle. That's what I see right here, is a symmetrical. Symmetrical triangles are 50-50 shots. All right, let's look at our 33-minute time frame. And I like to trade the 333-minute and the 33-minute. The 333 says we're going to take a massive dump to the downside. All right? So it is what it is. So you could say, okay, you can watch the 50, and like that's what everyone might get confused sometimes on my TA because I respect the time frames. Like right now, I'm going to respect the 15-minute. Chance we get a nice little bounce back to the upside here. Remember, they liquidated a lot of people, so now there's going to be a bunch of shorts that jumped in quick. They're probably going to go back up and liquidate the shorts now. This is what they do. Understanding how the market maker moves, we watch it every single day. They let guys like me get away with make some money because we watch it every day. They're like, all right, this guy watches it every day. He could make a play. But the people that just jump in and out, doesn't happen. All right. And Sean just found the first 100x. Sean, if you did this, this is nuts.
I'm in at 9, and it's at 919 divided by 9. I think I did 100. I did my first 100x, guys. I did my first 100x. I did my first 100x in my life. Right now, guys. I did my first 100x. I mean, maybe it's down up a little bit, depending, but at one point, I did my first 100x. I did my first 100x. I have to say it again, like live on camera. I did my first 100x gain right now, today, on 420.
Kevin Tam, some of the old schools.
I'll never forget it, bro. I'll never forget it. I did my first 100x. Yo. Stay humble, man. 2x, though. Like, I'm trying to, like, yo,
man, my life changed from crypto, guys. Like, my life has changed from cryptocurrency. Like, so much has happened to me in this game. Oh, my gosh. Like, woof. Like, that just brought back so many memories and thoughts in my life. And honestly, we're here for these experiences, these moments in time. 2 years are going to go by faster than we ever realized. And before you know it, it's over, man. It's over, man. I love you, Gina. I'm going to make you cry every time, Gina. Shout out to Gina here. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I will get there soon, baby. I want my life to change just like yours. It will, but you got to push forward. It was Safe Moon that I 100X'd on. It was Safe Moon. I'll never forget it. So look, I mean, I do see a shoulder, head and shoulder here. Definitely a head and shoulder pattern that could dump you to the downside. I'm more bearish than bullish. The 1 hour, like I said, has to get back above at least this level here, 28,250 to remain bullish. Like, that's going to be our line. And right now we have this a major resistance here too, okay, at 27,921. If we can't get back above this, expect more downside. All right, expect more downside. 7 minute got plowed again to the downside, probably likely getting a bounce, but you're just going to go up and down. This is minutia. All right, and look, this is that same pattern that I talked about. Remember how they break it up and break it back in? They break up, break it back down, and you get this little flag. And yeah, we'll probably pump to the top of the channel here just for a quick little 7 minute scalp of Reno. All right, makes me kind of want to jump into a futures trade there because this is likely to continue to pump now because they're going to go after the shorts now that just ran in. And Monday is just where they kind of crush people's hearts up and down, left and right. So just be careful. I tend to sit on the sidelines and watch people just get banged around on a Monday. Not your best day to trade. I might dollar cost average to do a coin. I might flip something small, but it's highly likely we're going to the downside. Transaction within the seconds on BSC scan. We could check it every day. Yeah. Are you changing other souls their lives, Sammy? As you are changing other souls their lives, Sammy. Thank you. God bless. Shout out to Creators Crypto. I bought right after that in May, and he's like, "Oh man, Lifer, I bought a meme coin for your research and check it out." Not on the live, just FYI. It's called Big Eyes, B-I-G. Okay, I'll look it up on my own. Big Eyes. It's funny. I want to see it now, though. I'm always like, what is he talking about over there? Big Eyes. Interesting. Untracked, right? Yeah, no one knows about it. Hey, I mean, nobody knows about it. That's usually launch, countdown, blowout. Apply the code. Just be really careful, everybody. Be very careful. Big Eyes. You know what I mean? And again, I don't know nothing about this. No one told me to talk about it. It is what it is. Big Eyes. Anyway, where do I like to trade? I like to talk about this too. I like to trade on MEXC. All right? MEXC is really the place to go. It's the place to be. And that's kind of where I get down all the time. I do like to pin the MEXC link here and my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, jump in. If you want to trade on MEXC, jump on in. It has no fees right now, and that's really what gets me going on MEXC. That's why I like trading MEXC. All right, we go to the markets here. And if you just go really to the regular, look, 0 spot, maker, and taker fees. I don't know anyone that's doing this. Every other exchange is taking you when you buy, taking you when you sell. You can trade spot for free here. I mean, 0 fees trading spot. Nobody's doing this. I think it's absolutely amazing. Definitely something you want to keep on your radar. Definitely something you want to pay attention to. Okay. Heard you say 24 before, 25.74 close. Anyway. So bullish or bearish short term. I mean, today I'm bearish on the 4-hour time frame, which is more like swing trading, like for the next few days. Short term, I believe we're going to pump up here and just go sideways inside the zone. Long term, it's likely we dump to the downside. And honestly, I know this is crazy, but I've seen this happen too as well. This is a bit of a shoulder. This is your head. We just come up, make another right shoulder. So I'd be looking for a right. If we make a right shoulder here, even more incentive to short this bigger head and shoulder here. And again, it's messy. It's not perfect. Definitely we could drop all the way to the downside here. My measured moves are 26.7, 26.6 area lows. So that's what we're looking for a move to the downside today. That would also kind of coincide with, if we don't double bottom here at this level at 27,125. So that's what I'm looking at. 7 minute comes back down. 1 hour is kind of, rolling over, not looking healthy at all, really. And the 4-hour time frame does want to dump on us to the downside. So 7 minute, possible little move. You're looking for this not to get back above this zone. So you have this resistance here and a resistance right here. So you want to see the 7 minute make a right shoulder. Right now it says it wants to pump. Lack of bearish momentum. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go liquidate a bunch of shorts now. That's just what they do. They're going to make people, every time they go to massive dump, think about it. How many people got emotional and just open a short immediately and put a stop loss in the zone? Too many. They're likely to come back up and get the shorts and just demolish them. So just be careful on Monday. Monday is when it's like shark feeding time. They just rip you apart every single Monday. I'd be extremely careful trading on a Monday. All right. False move Monday. They call it false move Monday for a reason. All right. So you don't see me opening up. We won last night. I'm going to take that win, and I'm going to be very selective of my trades. That's what I learned about futures trading. I'm going to be far more selective of my trades. Lifer, I gave you a gem last night, and it 20x. Now I got another one, and it's Sani Inu, the sheep. Which one did you give us last night, man? MEXC, I will assume, will have some more uses because of Bybit's choice of obligating. Yeah, and again, one of my buddies said something about Big Eyes. I need to read it, the white paper on it. Interesting. Good morning, Sam. Long time no see. Shout out to Daytime Crypto. Thank you for jumping on in. Hey, I'm always here, so you're going to come back. Shout out to Jeremy Kinlaw. Someone in the crypto group I follow just said Floki is about to be listed on Binance tomorrow. Interesting. Hey, you never know. Don't ever leverage. That's how you lose everything. I leverage trade, but I leverage trade. I'm going to turn $800 into 8,000, right? That's what I do. And I make $100 trades, and I chip away. You know what I mean? I don't, and I only use 1% of my portfolio, and I always use a stop loss. So that's a big idea. That's why I don't lose everything. I attempt to teach people. I honestly, 95% of my trades are spot trades, okay, on smaller time frames. So I just want that to be understood. 97% of my trades, probably 99% of my trades are spot trades on, you know, that I swing spot. So I love to swing straight on spot. I make a boatload, did a boatload, do great. So are you still in Pepe? The man never stops working. Shout out to Guns and Loaded in the house. Nope. You need to know what you're doing. I leverage trade all the time. Yeah. It depends. I mean, I still think it's very difficult too. For me, it's even hard. I'm not the best at it. I'm still learning. So, and again, always use a stop loss. Every time you see me open up a leverage trade, I use a stop loss. Okay? You must understand how to use a stop loss. Please educate yourself. And again, I only do it because too many people were doing it the wrong way, and I just felt like they needed help. They needed someone to be like, dude, listen. Like I say to everyone, if you put $500 in, get liquidated. Send $500 in, get liquidated. Next thing you know, you're down $5,000. You need to stop. Like, you're gambling. Like, you have a serious addiction. You have a dopamine problem. You have no control over your emotions, and you're just running in and out of trades whenever you feel the need. That's just not fun. I'm not a financial advisor. And the guy saying you should be taking his financial advice, but that's not going to get you where you need to be. All right? That's just not going to get you where you need to be. All right? It's not. All right? So I'll be on Around the Blockchain tonight. All right? Just remember that tonight at 5 p.m. So look out for that. As, you know, and that's going to be a great time. We're going to be really, it's going to be awesome. So I do see the 7-minute pumping back to the upside here. Levels to watch are 27,500. And that's psychological, right? The 500s are areas you do want to look out for. So I do see the 7-minute making a bit of a move to the upside, all right? Like, if I were to leverage trade this, I would get in because it technically broke out, right? And I might use like a very small time frame, like the 30-second chart, and see if there's a flag in here. See, this is what I do really great. And like, that's a measured move. And you want to see if there's some good divergence there. And technically, you saw a really nice divergence, which tells you that we should get a pump back to the upside here when you see a divergence like that. I mean, that swing down, highly likely you're going to get a move to the upside, but it's false move Monday. Just be very, very careful. So like a small lever trade here would be something like this. And I'd use 10x leverage to gain 5%. That would be it with a stop loss here, right? This is what I do, and I do it very selectively, very slowly, very carefully, and I always use a stop loss, all right? How much did you lose the most in one trade? My losses are incredibly minimized, and the profits are always larger due to me now using a stop loss. I love what you just said. Sam is a top G and cares so much for his lifers. Keep it up, brother. There's so many people who look up to you. Timmy313, God bless you, man. Thank you for what you're saying. Don't make me cry, man. Don't make me cry, bro. Hey, man, God gave me a beautiful life, and I'm going to continue to spread positivity, love wherever I go. 771 people watching on the live. Thank you for being here. May God bless you all for jumping on into the live. I really, really appreciate you all more than you would ever know and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. It don't hurt, but it's the principle. I don't like losing. How much did I ever lose? You know what? The biggest trade I ever lost, what was the biggest loss I ever took? You know, honestly, I've been trading for 15 years. Like, hardcore, you know, 20 years on and off. I mean, I'm 40 years old last week. So, you the bomb. Shout out to Juilimi Lagatami, man. God bless you for being here. Lamatage, right? I don't know. You the bomb. Oh, I don't like saying that word. You should use that word. They put you on a list. What do you think about altcoins? There's certain words you don't want to use on the phone, everybody. If you use them on the phone, even profanity on the phone, I'm not trying to tell you this, but they scan for words on the phone all the time. And when you say certain words on the phone, it gives access to the conversation. So I just want to let you know. And it's under the guise of national security. So just be careful using certain words wherever you go. Just deep insight that most people don't know about. Okay, are there any videos you have on navigating MEXC for the first time? Thanks. Interesting. I should do that. I should just do a deep dive on MEXC and show you all the different things you can do because there's so much there. Never trust a guy who cries at a suit. Lifer Sam, if you had to pick 5 time frames between the 1 and the daily, which would they be? The 1 hour, the 4 hour, right? The 8 hour, the 12 hour, and the daily. All right. 22 actually, the 22 too. So the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 8, the 12, the 22, and the daily. Yeah. Come on, NSA, don't spy on the Americans. Yeah, all right. Hey, Eric's noted. You know what I mean? On a list somewhere. Hey, we're all there. Check out IDEX Lifer pumping. Interesting. Now this guy does it. Why did you have to do that? Realest crypto channel out there. Nobody else comes close to the TA education than Sam. Big respect. Shout out to Wheelie Siam, man. Dopamine is huge. I'm going to take an ice bath after the stream to up my dopamine. Do you really get a dopamine rush from the ice bath? Yeah, I get stopped out of 5 to 6 trades and then make a killing on one. Tight stop loss, guys. You have to be willing to lose small amounts to make big gains. It's harder than you think. It's all psychological. Exactly. He's still living in Russia, apparently. You know what I mean? He's still living in Russia. Everyone, I started a new crypto channel. I'm super excited. I started a new channel last night in the middle of the night. I got up at 2 in the morning. Like my wife told my mom. She feels like my mom sometimes. Like my wife told me not to do. All right, she told me not to do that, but I did it anyway. And here's my new channel here. It's just Sam Price with a ticker at Samuel James Price. All right, what happened there? I just swear I grabbed it. Oh no, here it is. And here we go. If you could subscribe to this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But I did it anyway. What? And here's my new channel here. It's just Sam
Stop.
Price,
Stop.
with a ticker at Samuel James Price.
I'm streaming everywhere.
There we go. And here we go. If
There
you
it is.
Subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate it.
There we go.
So subscribe to my new channel. All right. Sam Price. And this is when I'm going to be able to talk about whatever I kind of want to get into.
Where is that?
Check. I don't know where that is right now. So subscribe to my new channel. All right.
Might be on Theta. Oh yeah, I'm on Theta.
I'm like, where am I? I'm on Theta. I'm everywhere. So, shout out to everyone watching me on Theta. I really appreciate it. Hello, Papper Burt 21. Hello, Marzo. Hello, all the people. Appreciate you all for being here. And people send me these cool little incentive badges and stuff. It's kind of fun. What is she doing up there, that little cutie pie? But follow me, Sam Price. My new channel, Sam Price. That's what it looks like. This is a real me. All right. We haven't done not one video yet. I'm going to get my team up and running on this. My new channel is up. Jump on in today. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's see how many subscribers we can get before I even put a video out. Let me know, baby. Let me know. I'll put a link here to the channel. And this is I'm going to talk about real estate. I'm going to talk about if I buy a property and renovate it. If I fly somewhere and I go somewhere. When I'm live streaming and just doing different things. You know, I'm still going to be pushing so much content to the Crypto Lifer Show. But I just want you to understand that this is going to be my channel as me. And it would be really cool if you could jump on in. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to post the link here. I'm going to post the link here and pin it. Boom. Boom, right there. Jump on into the new channel. And I got a subscriber. I got my first subscriber right there. Look, 1 subscriber, babe. That's how it starts, everybody. It starts with 1. I'm telling you, if you can't subscribe to yourself, then nobody else will. My favorite quote. If you can't subscribe to yourself, then nobody else will. You got to push the limits. All right. So this looks like a nice trade, actually, to the upside is coming. All right. Just like so. And I'll show you how we trade the 30-second chart for a quick little bit. All right. Even though you never trade in and out on a Monday. If you can catch it, you catch a very tiny move on a Monday. All right. So look, we set up the trade exactly as we see it. All right. We set up the trade exactly as we see it. Go to like, I guess they got the 1 second. I'm on the 1 minute there, but we really want to be on the 30 second. But we're trading this flag here. You see? And I just trade flags. Like that flag is likely to play out to the upside. Very, very likely, right? So first I'm going to just enter the trade. I'm going to use a very small amount with a high amount of leverage, okay? Like 77x, and we're going to use, okay, boom. Very small amount. Now, I didn't put a stop loss yet. I'm going to go run in and immediately because I wanted to get into the trade. So then I'm going to go back to the chart, all right? And I'm going to see my entry. Look, we're already up in the trade. So my stop loss, and this has to be a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I can't take it. That's another thing. Even 3-9 is better. So my stop loss has to be at about 27,350. And my take profit has to be at 27,500. I like to go a little bit below that area too. Okay. So I like to be at 27,475, right? And then my stop loss was what? Anyone want to help out the lifer? It was 27,350. Really likely to lose the trade, honestly, because it's a high risk trade. 27,350. All right. And then we're going to risk 13 to gain 21. We'll lose 16.
That's not right. That doesn't make sense because it's a 3-to-1. Hold on, let me make sure what's going on here. Did I enter a little higher than I wanted to? 27,000. I guess I got to go to 522. I got to do what the trade tells me to do. I got to do what the trade tells me to do. And there's our 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. Lose 13 or gain 34. It is what it is, right? And you confirm that. Make sure you're always using the stop loss. Look, that's 5% immediately. See how crazy that is? But you just take a deep breath. And remember, I can't lose a lot on this trade, all right? And it goes, it's high risk trading right now, but you know, I do see a possible move coming here on the smaller time frame. So we'll get back to this in a second. Let's get into the TA deep dives and super chats, and let's look at the S&P futures. Let's look at the rest of the world. We could also be getting a bigger bounce here on the 15-minute chart, which would actually could make this trade even more substantial, back up to 27,655. And I want to see if there's any liquidity on BOOKMAP that could corroborate the story. All right. And look, we do have this level up here. Could get a little quick short squeeze right back up to the zone. And let me see if this can kind of give me some liquidity that will help me out. Yeah, I mean, it says we could bounce right up here to 27,522. There's a big sell order there. And usually they put a sell order when they want to squeeze the shorts. Remember, there's probably more shorts than longs right now. And that's what we're looking at too. So now we're going to go to the liquidation indicator. You can see I'm going to put this together for you, all right? Just give this a second. We'll double click this. Show me the liquidations. Show me the liquidations. I said, show me the liquidations. And you're like, what is he talking about? Right? So look, I mean, it's pretty much balanced, but we got a lot of liquidity right there that they want to come and grab up. So there's definitely a chance. There's also a lot of longs in here. It's thicker down here than up here, but usually they kind of clean up the mess. So they'll wipe up the milk and then they'll come up and eat the meat. So, right? Search Samuel James Price and it should pop up. Thank you. Send in your super chats for TA Deep Dives. Thank you so much for the love. Shout out to Sean Aaron. Thank you, Sean. Sean, you're the best, man. One of my trades is on there. Yeah, you're in there, right? You're in there somewhere. Where are you? Are you in there? And what is this? Well, this is the great indicator, and it's free too. And what it's showing us is how many people are on the board. Like, look, I'm 77X. I'm in there too, right? I'm in there. I'm somewhere long and right in here near the 100X people. Okay. Keep doing that. I'm not trying to show my wallet. Why are you doing that? Anyway, look, I've lost $11 really fast. This is Monday, but don't worry. Take deep breaths. We're okay. We're okay. You got to either you get stopped out or you get stopped in. Ooh, I'm about to get stopped out, right? Let me see. And you can maybe bring it to 333. That's why I lose 20 to gain 21. Now I'm kind of breaking my rules too. All right. And you are playing it close to the bone. They're gonna try to beat me down right now in front of everyone. They're like, oh, the lifer wants to win. We want to show him that he can't win, because if he can't win, right? That's why it's just super hard to trade on a Monday too. Yeah, look at that. I would have been stopped out had I not chinched that up. Oh, they're flushing us now. Yeah, I probably got stopped out by now, because usually you go lower on the futures idea. Ooh, yeah. Look, they got me, and that's why you don't trade on a Monday. Look at that. I lost $12 or you know what I mean. Hey, I took a shot though, and it's funny is after the liquidations, this looks like it could still pump, but And I broke my own rules. Don't futures trade on Monday. See, breaking rules, but not letting the chart control you, because either you said you have to do what it's telling you to do. Exactly. No emotions needed when trading. No emotions needed when trading. You know, I played a flag. The flag didn't play out. There was a high likelihood the flag could have played out. You see what I'm saying? High likelihood this flag could have played out. But ooh, now you're seeing the smaller time frame just getting lit, right? Lit. And also look at this now. Shoulder, head, and the right shoulder to the downside, right? So, and I'm more bearish than bullish today anyway, and you know why. I've gone over that in depth. Let's take a look at the S&P, the ES1 E-mini futures, S&P 500 futures on C-minis. Let's take a look at what's happening here. So look, the last time I left you here, we were in this beautiful flag on the S&P futures. And honestly, staying above 4,000 is pretty substantial for the S&P. Interesting. All right. And there's a flag there. Here's the deal. All right. Let's go to our daily time frame here on the S&P. The daily will kind of tell you what's going to happen for the next 4 or 5 days at least. So I've been watching this symmetrical triangle for the S&P. I'll even go to the weekly for you just to show you some bigger ideas. So we pulled the Fibonacci. We could come down to the 618. That's 3259. We never did that, but previous resistance became support right there. I called a long there back in October, even though further up in here. Somewhere in October, I called a bottom for the market, and I have a video out there if you ever want to check it out. But here, Sean, thank you so much for finding my 100X. I don't know how you did that, dude. You're like you know like everything about what I'm doing. Unbelievable. So here's the deal. You're going to lose. Every single trader is going to lose. You're going to lose trades. How you deal with the loss is the key. How you deal with the risk is the key. All right? Abdominal bread, man. He's on both platforms, man. You're the best, dude. You're the best. So look, S&P is overbought on the weekly too. That's interesting. Telling you, hey, and we can't get back above this resistance zone. And let's move this over. I haven't done this in a while on the S&P. For all my stock traders out there, we'll go over the NQ, which is NASDAQ futures, S&P futures. We'll just hold you down on all the different things you may or may not be doing. All right? And remember, you might have a good streak for a year, and you could still get rocked and wrecked. I've been trading for 15 years. I've had a 4 or 5 month period of bad drawdowns, and then I've had huge wins. But my wins crush all my losses. Exactly like last night, we crushed it, right? We crushed it for 90. Today we lost 10. Sam, I revenge trade and try to make my money back. That's why I lose the most. Yeah, right now I'll try to get back inside this trade and open it again, and then I'll flush you again. I stay away on Monday. Also, Mondays are going to make you do it, all right? Sometimes I revenge trade and I try to make my money back. Yeah, see? Exactly. Just leave Mondays alone, in my humble opinion. You have far better idea. It's so much easier to make. It's less difficult. I ain't using easy, but it's less difficult to make money on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It just is. Shout out to the 800 beautiful souls on the live. 441 likes. Let me get the likes up to the watchers. Everybody here wants to make more money in cryptocurrency and change their life? I'm going to ask a quick question. Does everybody here want to make more money in cryptocurrency and change their lives? Okay. Anybody? I'm waiting for the comments to rim. Sam, I don't have the original assets or graphics. I took a SS of your AT banner and updated it for Monday. It's low res, but if you keep it small and don't have anything else, it'll work on Discord. No worries, man. My team will take care of it. They're fine. They probably messaged me already. They have all the files. That's super nice of you, man. You didn't have to be so sweet. One of the nicest things you could ever do. Yeah. And it's okay, man. They changed the date. We'll be back on Thursdays. But I'll be back there, today. I love your live trades, man. Thank you. It's inevitable. My future is coming. That's what, exactly. I like what you stack. It's going to come. We already gave you the banner, Sam, on Slack. I looked at Slack. I didn't see it. I always go to Sean, man. I always go to Sean. There it is. Today at 5 p.m. God bless you, Sean. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie! Jamie! Look how good my team works fast and furiously. And look, I'm going to switch switch it, and you're going to be like, wow. It now says today. Today at 5 p.m. So there you have it. I'll be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m., baby. Today at 5 p.m. on ATB. One of the coolest shows in the game. I can't wait. ATB on Around the Blockchain with your man, the Crypto Lifer. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And who knows where Bitcoin will be when we get there? Only time will tell. Shout out to my team who just really holds me down. Unbelievable. Sammy the Bear. I want to make that Skrilla. Hey, you're going to make that Skrilla. I had a perfect setup, 30% gains without leverage. Missed on the entry. Started chasing the price below more than 50% of portfolio. Yikes. FUD expert, man. I'm working on a better future for my family with crypto and with your help. Shout out to Sadi Anna. Shout out to Sadian, man. Thank you. Hey, Lifer, do you know where Pulse Chain will be available to trade? No idea yet, man. And the guy to go to for all Pulse Chain information is my man, Corey Costa. I'm not going to try to claim that I know more than Corey. And so please follow Corey Costa. What an amazing person. What a beautiful soul. What a nice gentleman. Well-spoken, super smart, historian of the knowledge. I love this guy, man. 12.6 thousand followers. Give him a follow on Twitter. And honestly, he's going to keep you up to date. Look, agreed. Check the tools. I inserted this web app in my Spanish Pulse Chain X website. See, look at, hey guys, really trying to push out content. I've interviewed some of the most prominent people. He's all about Hex, baby. And he knows all about Pulse Chain. He really does. He knows all about. How about the Celtics whipping the Hawks yesterday? Beautiful game. 129, 121. Seeing that behind the scenes inside. Love that. Love that. Just getting that behind the scenes feel, what it's like to be in the locker room. I mean, you never got to see stuff like that before. Shout out to my man Jason Tatum. Just breaking it down. Such a beautiful player, man. Just getting it in. Shout out to everybody here on the live, man. I saw BitBoy met 2 Chainz too, or he's seen 2 Chainz a couple times. So amazing. All right. Anyway, yeah, Celtics won and the Bruins won. It was amazing. And Matic is trending. All right. Look, it broke a bean now. You know, a lot of people are sweating their Matic. I wouldn't panic sell my Matic, honestly. I want honest criticism on this portfolio. Bitcoin, ETH, ADA, Algo, USD, Matic, XRP, Link, Gala, Pepe. Honestly, honest criticism, you don't have any AI coins in here, man. You know what I mean? No AI coins. You got to get some AI coins. NFA, but I would include AI. You know what I mean? And honestly, the biggest trending coin in the game, Pepe. I mean, I've never seen that many things. I would speculate on some Pepe, at least with my like lunch money. You know what I mean? My milk money. 10% USDC, really? Interesting. I like ADA. I got a bag of ADA. I got a bag of Bitcoin. It's an interesting portfolio to say the least. Chainlink, though? I mean, I think Chainlink's going to do numbers, but there's an Oracle like Covalent that could beat it out. I would venture down into the 350 to the $500 million market cap and add a few little things. I like to do the 30-30 rule. 30 to 33%, 33%, 33%. So if you gave me 100 racks, I take 33%, put it into Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano, XRP, BNB. I also think you need some BNB in there, man. BNB just never going away, in my humble opinion, or a couple of exchange-based tokens. All right. And I split it into risk, right? So I split this into low risk, high risk, and high and extreme risk. Extreme risk, right? Then in extreme risk, all right, I then divide that into 3. All right, by low extreme risk, if there is such a thing, right? Medium and high, and just like, and then high extreme, right? And the reason is that that's how I do it. I don't know how everyone else does it, but that lets me go. I can go into any bull run and I know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? With my funds. I'm like, okay. And I always have a big old bag of a safer asset at the end of the day. So I can be a little risky in case something goes to zero. I still have most of my money. And that's how I do it. All right. And you can do whatever makes you happy, but that's how I do it. That's how I do it on the live, man. Thank you, Altcoin Daily. Shout out to Altcoin Daily, one of the nicest guys in the game. May God bless you and your brother. And we're twins. I'm a twin. You're a twin, man. And need more GENSLR. That's so funny. And look at that. 1.4 million tweets. GENSLR. I don't know if it's going to fly today, but it's definitely on the radar, right? It's definitely on the radar right now, for sure. This is time to long on Bitcoin. No. On a Monday, a lot of liquidations. I don't know. Honestly. I know nothing but that fact about ignorance. I don't like to heavily trade on a Monday. It's just not a good look. Technically, you have a shoulder head and a shoulder there. You could drop to the downside. Okay. You could open this up a little more, technically. And I figured we would at least get the bounce back to the top of the channel. But we didn't even get that. I figured we would get that bounce back up. But we didn't get that as well. So, kind of broke down Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's look at the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency. Oh, let's finish ES1. So, we got this little flag here, but, you know, I almost want to say, no, we're still inside the pattern. It's likely the S&P falls down with Bitcoin today, in my humble opinion. So I believe a short on the market is the best idea. And the S&P is going to drop down here, reset on the 1 hour time frame. And you want to look at your 4 hour. The 4 hour wants to lift off. which is different than Bitcoin. So they're decoupled at this point, right? Bitcoin wants to dump on the 4-hour. The S&P wants to pump on the 4-hour time frame. So what you would do for the S&P is you flip back on the moving averages. And if this can flag out and stay above the zone, you got yourself a bit of a cup and handle there. I call these jagged cup and handles because the cup is like very jagged and sharp at the bottom there. But that's a bit of a cup and handle in the S&P. And I wouldn't be surprised the S&P got busy and broke on out because the 4-hour looks pretty good to me. Interesting. But you got to wait out that 1 hour. We may come here. We may go sideways. And that's the S&P in a nutshell. We'll come back in a day or two and tomorrow even, and we'll see what happens and where this 4-hour is taking us for the S&P. Let's take a look at our dollar index. Why? Because we have to. DXY, baby. Yes, I have a twin sister. I have a twin sister. All right. I don't want to disclose her identity just in case. You know what I mean? I'm weary of people that know people that I know now. You know what I mean? That's the one thing about being known on YouTube. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't live in fear, but I don't throw caution to the wind either. You know what I mean? So I'd love to show you what my sister looks like and talk about it and all that fun stuff. I'd have to ask her if that's okay before I did anything like that. My channel's getting just a little too big to be that intimate, but I love my sister. She's a sweetheart. She's a beautiful soul. She's a lawyer. She will cut your throat off. She will cut your throat apart. She is a cutthroat lawyer. Don't mess with me. And my twin sister's a lawyer. So if you mess with me, I have really good lawyers too that went to Yale and Harvard that I work with. Really, really top-notch lawyers. They're like 25. They're like 50 grand just to talk to. I'm telling you, they're insane. But then my sister also is does very, very well for herself. She just made partner. She's doing a lot. And if I ever have someone mess with me or do anything, I just call my sister up. She bangs out a very nice, scathing, lawyerly email, and it usually gets most people off my back. Most people have to call a lawyer and pay for that. I don't. My sister is a lawyer. My best friend is also a lawyer, like that I grew up with, and he does like a lot of business litigation and stuff like that too. And he also does contract law. You know what I mean? So he knows how to write a contract. He knows when someone's playing games, and he could write all my contracts for me as well. And so, did you go to college? Yes, I did. I went to St. John's University for film. So yeah. And so, I mean, we have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder inside of a flag here. The DXY, all right, says it's going to pump on the 1 hour time frame. So just be careful. It's in a bull flag, and it could pump on the 1 hour time frame. See, it's oversold. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. 4 hour is also oversold. So, and it's, look, you know how we play it? The DXY to pump to the 200 SMA. I mean, we do this on all the other channels, so why wouldn't we do it here? So it's likely the DXY gets a pump to the upside. Shorting Bitcoin looks like the most proper idea today, in my humble opinion. And there it's dropping to 230. Yeah, there's the short to the downside. Wish I had taken that short to the downside. Basically should have traded the rising wedge, Sammy. Sammy. The rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time, Sammy. Back to where it began. Sammy. How could you? And look, now we got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. There's a neckline there. And we could breach that neckline and dump peasy to the downside. You see this? Measured move is like such. And there, the second you open up the short, they'll liquidate you long. Just be careful today. I wouldn't, I don't like to trade on Mondays. It's just, it's grimy. Extra grimy. This account is at 530. I want to take it to 8,000. We'll start with 5. Can I take the 500 to 5,000? Who thinks I can do it? Your parents have to be proud. A lawyer and a crypto professor, activist, trader, man. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. And my older sister is a producer in TV. And she makes big money, man. I'm just, and we came from a small middle-class family, really. But it's funny. Every one of my family grinds, man. Everyone's a grinder. Everybody works. My sister works like 12 hours a day. If you trade only key levels, it was easier for you to make money. I tell you, I use a law firm for my daughter for her education. She's in special ed, and they were amazing and free of charge. So cool. How much is a lot of money? I don't know, like 280 grand. You know what I mean? Like upwards into the almost $300,000 range. I think that's a decent amount. I am the breadwinner of the family. I'm just saying. But it was crypto. You know what I mean? And I told my older sister got into crypto. She bought a Bitcoin at $8,800, right? So she's still sitting on a 20 grand come up right now. At one point, she was sitting on a 60,000 come up when it was at like 69, 70K, 62 grand. But I told her the key is the long ball. We're playing long ball with Bitcoin. We're not about taking our profits in 4 to 5 years. We're about playing long ball and using it to gain loans on. Eventually it's going to be collateralized loans. You're behind, man. 500 to 17K. I'll start again. Do your trades. 500 to 17. I'll start again. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. To be in the top percent, you make more than $250,000. Yep. You don't want to know what I make a year, but you know what I mean? I don't want to be rude, so I'm not going to say it, but I make a lot more than Harvard-educated people, Yale-educated people. So anyways, and that's a blessing. It's due to God, man. God has given me such a beautiful life. So may God bless everyone that, hey, God's changed my life. My kids were born in 2014, 2016, and we commemorated their birthdays with high leverage. No, I'm about to say to giving them each a whole Bitcoin. Of course, it was cheap back then. Real high swaps of crypto, good for you. I closed 80% of my short. I still have a short open from 30K. I trade large levels with high leverage. That is a range now, 25.8. Hey, the Golden God, you want to tutor me for an hour? I'm willing to learn from everybody because I'm not into leverage, so I need to learn, right? Sam gets and gives good vibes, man. Golden God, man, if I could sit with you for 1 hour on a Zoom, I think it could be greatly appreciated. So could you email my wife, cryptolifers@gmail, if you could? And I would definitely, if you learn from me, I would like to learn from you. Actually, you could take every time you say that's interesting and set a buy at negative 20%. Always wins, man. You're funny. Now that is funny to say. See, I switched it up on you. And let's bring out the news now. We want to see what's going on with the news. What's affecting the market? What's happening today? Let's break it down for each and every one of you here with the news. Shout out to my man Jamie, who's just relentless with the news. Jamie, I love you. Thank you for everything you do for me. God bless you, Jamie. Jamie! I love the secret unknown Inish. Jamie! All right, so let's bring the music down here for you. And we'll be right back with the news. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day on my Crypto Lifer show, the Crypto Lifer, and people call me the Lifer too. Whatever you want to say, Sammy, the Lifer, Sammy J, Sammy JP, however you want to do it. Someone call me Prisley and Price too with my last name. It depends however you want to get in. Shiba Inu burn, not slowing down. 305 million tokens burned in a week. So the Shiba Inu community has shown a strong commitment to reducing the overall token supply in the ecosystem. The SHIB army aims to boost the value of SHIB by triggering a decline in its supply through an aggressive token burning mechanism. So far, the community has burned 19 million SHIB coins in the last 24 hours, and the number takes the total burned SHIB tokens from the week to over 305.77 million. All right? And they're going to continue to burn. That's a good idea. Do you hold SHIB? Let me know. Let's talk about it, right? Do you hold SHIB? SHIB keeps burning. Shiba Inu. SHIB keeps burning. It's SHIB, but it's it's called SHIB, but Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu keeps burning. Is this, burning tokens? So hard when I'm live streaming. Now, do you hold any SHIB? I do. And let me know. Let me know if you hold SHIB. I want to know. They keep burning tokens. All right, so Shiba Inu keeps burning tokens. Do you hold any SHIB? Let me know. I want to know if you hold some SHIB. I really do. All right. Let me know if you hold some SHIB, and we'll tweet that out. Next thing on the news, on the docket, Binance launches liquid staking token, joins growing market after Ethereum's latest upgrade. Binance has launched a new liquid staking token on its Ethereum staking service. Staking withdrawals were enabled following Ethereum's Shapella upgrade. Before this, liquid staking tokens were the best way to access staking and ensure access to your tokens. Binance is rebranding its Ethereum staking product and introducing a liquid staking token in less than 2 weeks after Ethereum's Shapella upgrade. The token, called Wrapped Beacon, WBETH, will allow Binance users to participate in decentralized finance protocols off the exchange. Users will continue to acquire ETH staking rewards while doing so. From Thursday, users can wrap Beacon ETH tokens to WBETH and unwrap WBETH to BE tokens on the exchange's Ethereum staking page. There will be zero fees for wrapping and unwrapping of these tokens. The initial conversion is 1-to-1, but this is subject to change since the value of wrap BETH will increase over time by the daily APR on the Ethereum staking. Liquid staking tokens allow holders to stake their Ether and receive a derivative token that represents the locked cryptocurrency. This derivative can then be used across various crypto markets, effectively making the locked coins liquid. The only problem is if you lose the liquid, you can't unwrap. So just remember, as fun as it is, you could lose all your ETH playing games. So just be very, very careful, right? Like if you can't go back and unwrap, right? So you're never going to be able to get the original asset back. So as fun as it is, it also just makes it more risky. It's almost like leverage trading on leverage. Like they're just giving you incentive, but just be careful. Just be careful. And 1 inch on a DEX aggregator Z-Sync's Era Layer 2, that's pretty cool. 1 inch has always been in the game on the background. Zimbabwe to introduce gold-backed digital currency. Wow, the country's central bank wants people to be able to exchange Zimbabwe dollars for gold-backed tokens so they can hedge against the currency's volatility. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, or RBZ, plans to introduce a gold-backed digital currency. Dude, the tokens will be a form of electronic money backed by the country's gold reserves, which will be held by the central bank. The RBZ wants people holding Zim dollars to be able to exchange their money for the gold-backed token to help them hedge against the volatility of the local currency. A year ago, the US dollar was worth 150 Zim dollars, and now it's worth closer to 1,000 Zim dollars. The country operates with both the Zim dollar and the US dollar. Dude, the more and more we see gold-backed currencies, we're getting back to what our forefathers said. After they printed the continental dollar to zero, after all these things happened, they realized we needed to have a gold-pegged currency. And that's something to think about and to incentivize yourself with. So, honestly, we've been going sideways for most of the day here on Binance. Nothing interesting happening. Just kind of flat zone, right? And this is a symmetrical triangle. Will we get the bounce at one point? To me, I feel like we lost it, and we're bearishly retesting to the downside. I'm going to rework this whole entire thing here before I leave, and we're going to take a look at what's happening here on Binance, on the UST Binance coin. So look, here's the deal. At the end of the day, we're inside this broader channel. Agreed? Everyone can agree on this. And, you could say that we're in this basically a rising wedge. Some say the rising wedge was like this and we already broke down from it, which I'm open-minded to believe is possible, right? Now let's see here. We have a bounce here. And, your next level, you can see where the next level is. But we do see this could be a double bottom. It's not over yet for all this. And I keep showing this idea. If we can just get a bounce on the 12-hour time frame, if we can get through this Monday without getting slaughtered, there's a chance we can bounce back to the upside out of this falling wedge. So this is what I keep looking at. And remember, whoever is new to the channel, go back to the beginning of the stream. We did CME gaps. We did weekly support and resistance. We broke down so much for you. And honestly, it's just, so this falling wedge could break to the upside as long as we hold the zone. All right. What I'm concerned about, I don't use worry because worry is a part of fear, and fear is a fake emotion acting real, and we can't do that. We can't use fear in any part of our lives for any single reason. There's just no reason for fear. Fear just doesn't mean anything. It doesn't exist. It's not a real emotion. It's an emotion that you make up that blocks you from other things. Just want to point that out. So this is still a bear flag here on the 4-hour time frame, and you're overbought, likely to get a nasty dump to the downside, right? So here's the deal of a short idea here, right? After Monday kind of settles off, and so the short would be, the stop loss above the 200 SMA. I love using the 200 SMA as my positional strength for a stop loss, and then down here. And the only thing I don't like about it, it's a 1-to-7 risk-reward ratio. So you'd have to be kind of closer to get that to a 3. It's just very, very chintzy, all right? So maybe a 2.6 would be the least. But this is a short that I'm looking at, highly likely to play out. The stochastics want to dump on you, all right? Forget about the minutia of the 1 hour and the smaller time frames. Watch the 4 hour today. It's likely we drop back down to the area at about 24,008, 25,000. Remember, and that's that weekly support and resistance, even though everyone's focused on the 25,200 area. We do want to take into account that that's our weekly support and resistance at about, and that could even take you to 24,500, right? And I just, the length of the pole, I'm just taking the length of that pole and just being honest with that idea there. So if I had to say anything today, it's likely we do get a short, but there's no guarantees. But so far, we are dropping to the downside. Watching Lifer keeps me in the present moment. I thank him for that. I get my chance again soon for life-changing money. Shout out to Crypto Cash, man. And you know what, man? On the next rally, we're all going to sell, man. Every one of us. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but the love, power, and a sound mind. Exactly. Thank you for the 2 USD, man. God bless you. And send in a TA for send in money if you want a TA super chat, anything like that. If you want me to go over a coin, we do that here on the channel. If we have a bunch of new people, how many new people do we have on the stream? Please subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you're new. India is coming out with an e-digital currency, and they are testing it in interbank transactions before going public. Yep. Who here is new on the channel? We got any new people on the channel that have never seen the Crypto Lifer before? I just want to find out how many new people are on the channel every couple of days that we're here. Let me know. All right. Bricks, baby, bricks. Exactly. New. I'm new. Amazing. Chris Reyes, God bless you, man. I'm new to the Sam Price channel, man. That's cool, man. I love you, brother. New. A bunch of new people already subscribed. Thank you for being here. Hi, I'm new fan already, man. Awesome. I'm new. I'm fairly new. Been watching regularly for 2 months. New, old, newer, old. Write in newer, old. And type in how long you've been watching. I've never done this before. How long? If you're new, say I'm new. If you're old, say how long you've been watching. 6 months, 7 months, 2 years. I'm going to earn enough money to buy a laptop so I can trade properly. Then I'm joining the Lifer family. God bless you, man. According to the earlier super chat, LFC, there are 19 countries submitting memberships to join BRICS, dude. 1 year, 3 months, middle, since 10K. If you are new, you will never stop watching The Lifer. This is motivation day after day, 40-minute, 1 month, 4 months, 1 week. Unbelievable. I can't believe how many people. Sam, shorting, no way. You're funny. 8 months. Been in Discord for over a year. Man, few watching. Wow, 6 months, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, year and a half, 2 years, 2 months, 19,000 subs, 16 months. Wow, you people are amazing. Couple weeks, 2 months. Share your link. I want to become a lifer. It's right here, man. It's right here. I pinned it in the comment section. It's that easy. Just click this link right here, and it will take you to the Discord. Right there. It takes you to the Discord real quick and easy. Then you can put in your thing and get on in. 900 people online right now. 7,968 members doing damage, man. Doing damage. So, and that's damage, in case you didn't know. That's our damage cheese, which we're going to come out with some damage cheese. It's going to be the nicest cheese you've ever seen. About some cranberry mixed with maybe a goat and maybe with a hint of cheddar, something different that we've never seen. I'm going to come up with a whole line of damage cheese, and I can't wait. That's something that I've always wanted to do. So I found you 1 year ago off BitBoy, 99 for 2 months, man. God bless you. Thank you. Old since the double top of the last bull run. God bless you, Frankie Legend. Almost 3 years, 1 month. My membership just renewed today. Actually, God bless you. Old 2 years. Love the channel. Love the channel. Wow, so much awesome love here on the channel. 491 likes, everyone. If you got the likes up to 700, we would have went to 1,000 people on the live. It's you people that help me get there. I can't do it without each and every one of you. So you got to help me move all the way to the upside. If you don't hit that like button, we don't pin that algorithm, we can get more people watching it. And they'll say, hey, people like this. We're going to keep it moving. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and I appreciate you all. You're just awesome, dude. Never stop. 24/8 load up a little bag of something. Interesting. Shout out to Zachary Gilbert. 700 days or so. Goat cheese by Sam the Goat. Where do you buy crypto before they hit the market? On the decentralized exchanges, on Binance, on PancakeSwap, on Uniswap. And if you want, you got to just buy my MetaMask class. That's $125. Email Crypto Lifers if you want to buy my MetaMask class, or you can buy it here, I believe. We got to get a link for that to be able to be bought. I'm going to talk to my team. We'll figure that out. That's on me. I got to actually get that going, right? So dollar index looks like a pump coming too as well. Not amazing. And let's look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency and see the levels that we're leaving and, what's going on. And because if Bitcoin drops, we're going to get a major dumpage. Here. And I see a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder there too. Look, that's a shoulder, that's a head, that's a shoulder. And I see this bear flag, and it just doesn't look amazing with a nasty leg down. And the 4 hour definitely says we could get it doesn't mean it's happening for sure, but I mean, that would take us down to $1 trillion. We would start losing the $1 trillion area, which is kind of sad, right? So here's the deal. If we can't, I put this down here like so. If we can't stay inside the zone, we're going to go sideways. We go sideways to $1.64 trillion, right? And then this could break us even further down to about $994 trillion. So, that's just kind of what we're talking about. We would lose the $1 trillion market cap, and rising wedges break down where they began, all right? So levels to watch. We got rejected by $1.24 trillion. Right now, we kind of did a retest, a bearish retest of this area here, which is $1.16 trillion. And we're in a bear flag that could bring us even further down. We could possibly double bottom at 1.083. We lose that level, we're going down to $1 trillion, 1.08, and then 1.008. And then the point of control, which is at 958. We lose the point of control. You go to the value area low at 750. And that could take Bitcoin back to, that would be Bitcoin at 15,000, 19,000. So just, it's not all horrible. But in what I see, honestly, what I'm seeing is my favorite thing. It's a cup, and it looks like we're going to make a bit of a handle here. So the smart idea was to pull a Fibonacci here, and it's likely we're going to come down here. It's likely we're going to go to 937 and lose the $1 trillion area. They're going to freak people out, make them think that we're going even lower. That's where most of the big boys are going to load up. And then I see a massive move back up here out of the cup and handle to the upside. We'll get rid of the moving averages. They add a little bit of so rising wedges break down to where they began, and we usually don't go straight down, we'll go somewhat sideways, that would make sense. And if we hit the beginning, that would be the 618 fib and the point of control. There's too much confluence there telling me that that's likely going to happen in the total market cap. So just hold, get ready. There could be another leg down, and that's what the charts are starting to say, that there is a leg down here on the total market cap. How do you know this measurement? I've been doing this for a long, long time. That's how, honestly. And there's no guarantees. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. There is not a day went past I started following you that I haven't looked at your video. You're most definitely a huge part of my daily motivation. You are a living legend lifer. God bless you, Jeremy. Thank you for everything, man. God bless you, man. Guys, man, when you guys call me a legend, when you say stuff like that, like, it hits me deep in the heart. It's all I ever wanted to be, was recognized for what I love to do. And that's what any human wants to be, man. We all want to be part of a family. We grew up in a family. We all want to be a part of a family. You guys have created a beautiful family. Let's look at the one more last bullish scenario. The one last bullish thing that could change the whole game for us all. All right? One last bullish thing that could change the whole game for us all. We'll get rid of this group for a second, and we'll go to the 8-day Gaussian channel. All right? Where someone said, hey, and we'll go to the 8-day Gaussian channel, and we'll talk about it. Every time you get through the Gaussian and you start playing with this line, you eventually get above it and you get a pump to the upside. So there's a chance that we don't go lower than this 20, and there's a chance that we kind of bounce what I told you from that 12, So here's the most bullish scenario. We stay here, we get back above this red line, and if we can get back above this red line on the 8-day Gaussian, as I showed you before, every single time we've done that, we've got a massive move to the upside. Even right back there, we got a massive move in December 2016. So once you get above the middle line, you do get a nice move back to the upside. That's something that we'll be looking at and concentrating on for most of the day. All right. I'm going to slap, funny, everyone was all about Bitcoin today. We didn't do a lot of altcoins like we usually do. And it's interesting. Dude, you're too young to be a legend, but you're a legend in the making. Just hold your lane and push forward. Shout out to Internet Money, man. How old do you think I am, bro? Internet Money, how old do you think I am? How old do you think I am? Such a softie, man. I love you all, man. I saw somewhere millions of Matic was transferred to exchanges. It is, yeah. People were dumping it. Zelda launching in 2 weeks. Funny, Zelda reached out to me. They want to do an interview at Consensus. I got a bunch of people that want to do interviews, man. I got like loads of emails. Shout out to everyone that did that. God bless you. I know you're 40. There you go. 37, man. I don't think anyone's too young to be anything, honestly. But that's just me, all right? Remember, before I leave here, I'm going to be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. Up there, look at that link right there. And I showed you the channel Around the Blockchain, right? BTC leaving exchanges. Yep, it's going to get tight. Young legends in the game as we speak, man. Shout out to Stack McChange. He's a legend too. My whole crew's a bunch of legends, man. Bunch of legends, man. So that's the 8-day Gaussian, just something to think about. And one last thing I'm going to do before I get out of here is the most bullish possible scenario. 12-hour. Ooh, look at even the 12-hour wants to dump on you now, though. Yikes. It's just it's very likely we're going to drop down to at least 25,000 here, and then the weekly support at 24,800. It's just very, very likely. No guarantees, but it's very likely. The only way we don't is, and I'm making a pattern before it's even there, so it's very, this is completely unsubstantiated, but it would be, we would get a bounce back up in here and we would go sideways. So we'd come down for a tap here to the 200 SMA and we'd get back inside the pattern. So that's a possibility, everybody, but it's much more unlikely than what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing right now is a bear flag, okay, with a measured move to the downside, and that takes you all the way right back down here to this measured move, 22,800 on the 12-hour time frame. So I do see a pullback coming, and what that would do is it would close the CME gap, right? And, so I got to point this out. It would close the CME gap, highly likely. And so there's a Bitcoin short out there. And so I see a short. The most thing I do is see a short for Bitcoin. So I'm more bearish, man. Wow, my man really did it too. Dude, my team's amazing. Look at this. A gentleman just redid the banner. He requested the banner, took a screenshot, and then he was able to recreate it. Wow, you people are amazing. The fact that many people are there and hooking me up. So, the nasty Nas, baby. The nasty Nas. That's got to be Smurf, man. It is, man. I'm like nasty. I'm like Smurf. And remember, we talked about the Bitcoin short earlier today. BTC USDT.3S. If you're new to shorting and you don't know how to short the market, you don't know into futures and derivatives, I get it. we look at this stuff here. And look, this is on the 4-hour. Looks like a pump is coming. That's a cup and handle too as well. Highly likely to make a move. 28% gains, right? If it gets above the point of control, it goes to the value area high. So this is another thing that I'm looking at. I posted it to the trading group. And again, we just go by probabilities. The probabilities play out pretty well. You got a 68% chance that this short's going to play out in our favor. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you just trade probabilities. That's all you do when you're trading. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm out for the day. I appreciate you. Hey, Lifer, your new YouTube channel can say the full name again, please. Sam, just go Sam Price right here. Sam Price. 1 subscriber. Let's see how many we got already. 100 subscribers. Are you kidding me? Hey, we already got 100 subscribers on the old channel. Wow. That's insane. Like, I never thought that would be possible. Like, I thought it would be like 5 or 6. Wow, you people are really awesome. May God bless you. Let's get this to 1,000. And I want to be able to monetize. You know, it's funny. This won't be able to monetize for a while, but once we get it up, it'll be awesome. So shout out to everyone that just did that. You guys made my day. You really did. You're going to make me cry again. No, I'm not going to cry. But thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Thank you for all the love. Never too old for cryptos and enjoying the lifer. Life is my daily focus. Crypto Cash, I love you, man. I can't wait to come to Tahoe and go fishing on the lake, man. Everybody, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow on a beautiful live stream. And you never know. You might even see me tonight after. You never know. You never know where you're going to see me. But I'll be on ATB today at 5 p.m. So you're going to see me again. One more time. Just make sure you head on over to Around the Blockchain. Let me find that one more time for you. Around the Blockchain. And there's my 100X. Unbelievable. Sean, you're the best, man. First 100X. Put that up you should put that up on Twitter if you can. Why not? Put it on Twitter. Put it all over the place. Edit that into something fun. Be like, my first 100X. Maybe you could 100X. I think that will get some views. People will like seeing that, right? We can clip it out fun. Send it to one of the editors. Let's make some fun out of it. Everyone on my team, be fun, be creative, have a blast. You know what I mean? Have a blast. But here's Around the Blockchain. And there's Ben, it's funny. But here's Around the Blockchain, and I'll put a link here. I'll be there today at 5 p.m. Today at 5 p.m., all right? And remember, we trade on MEXC. That's where I'm trading all the time. If you want to learn how to trade, MEXC has 0 fees. It's the best place to trade. I say it all the time. I say it every day. Link in the pinned comment up here. And if you want to join my trading group, link there too as well. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I do earn a commission from all the links below. They're affiliate links. If I'm right now bringing this to you on the Brave browser, well, you don't have to see any ads. If I click on a YouTube video, you don't see any ads at all. So remember that too as well. And everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. And I'll see you later on tonight at 5 p.m. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. And let's run that music. No eat, no pay. They want to hear it, baby. They want to hear it before we get on out. Let's run it. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your time. Gratitude is the attitude. Namaste to each and every one of you. Labradorite for life. God bless you all. Thank you.